Have you ever wondered how self-pleasure evolves as we age? The truth is, masturbation can take on entirely new meanings in our golden years, offering comfort, connection, and healing. But what happens when it goes from a healthy habit to something more complicated? In this video, we'll uncover the raw reality of masturbation in old age, from its empowering benefits to the emotional challenges that many face. Stay with us until the end as we reveal how finding balance can profoundly shape your well-being, both physically and emotionally. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial, as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now let's get started. Let's dive deep into unraveling the often misunderstood and highly sensitive topic of pleasure in old age, as we break down the myths and confront the raw reality of how this intimate practice can shape the lives of those who engage in it, both through its liberating joys and its more complicated emotional undertones. This discussion is crafted with the intent to touch the hearts of adults, especially those navigating the profound journey of their later years. Masturbation is far more than a mere physical act. It is an exploration of one's innermost desires, a sanctuary of self-connection that can soothe the mind, body, and soul. Regardless of age, the ability to generate physical pleasure while releasing pent-up emotional tension is an undeniable part of the human experience as we age. However, this practice takes on new layers of complexity. The body, once driven by youthful intensity, begins to transition through a host of natural changes. Hormonal shifts, altered physical sensitivity, and the evolving rhythms of desire. Yet despite the inevitable physical transformations, pleasure does not fade. It simply becomes more nuanced, more personal, and more profound. For those in their golden years, masturbation can become an intimate way to reclaim a deeply personal connection with their aging body. With declining testosterone and estrogen levels, sexual desire might not burn as fiercely as it once did, but it lingers, waiting to be explored in quieter, more meaningful ways. The act of self-stimulation becomes an empowering act of rediscovery, free from the often overwhelming expectations or pressures that intimacy in youth can bring. It is a space where one can reconnect with the body's needs and desires, acknowledging that pleasure is still a valid life-affirming experience no matter the age. The benefits, both physical and emotional, are profound. Medical research consistently highlights that regular self-pleasure offers a host of positive effects, especially for older adults. Physically, it helps to maintain blood flow to the genital area, ensuring that vital tissues stay healthy and resistant to atrophy, a common issue due to disuse. But perhaps more significantly, the emotional and psychological rewards are immeasurable. Masturbation releases endorphins, those powerful happiness hormones that sweep away feelings of stress, anxiety, and even depression, lifting the spirit in ways that few other activities can. In old age, this practice serves as a reminder that we are still vibrant, still capable of joy, still deserving of deep personal satisfaction. It is a way to honor the body's needs without shame, guilt, or societal judgment, embracing the idea that the journey of pleasure continues in different but equally beautiful ways until the very end of life. When an older person engages in masturbation, they experience not just a fleeting moment of physical relief, but a deeper, lasting impact on their overall well-being, particularly when it comes to improving sleep quality in the later stages of life. Restful sleep becomes essential for maintaining physical and mental health, and the relaxation that follows self-pleasure can help to ease tension, enabling a more peaceful night's rest. Psychologically, masturbation plays a much larger role than one might initially imagine. It becomes a powerful tool for self-aware awareness and self-compassion, allowing older adults to reclaim a sense of agency over their bodies which may have felt lost to the effects of aging in a world where getting older often brings with it feelings of vulnerability, loss of control, and sometimes even a disconnection from one's own body. Masturbation offers a pathway to regain some of that control. It's an opportunity to feel in tune with oneself, to experience one's physical form as a source of comfort rather than disappointment. This renewed connection reinforces self-esteem, helping individuals develop a more positive and accepting view of their aging bodies, which can be incredibly empowering. However, as with all pleasurable activities, there is a line that, if crossed, can turn this intimate practice from beneficial to potentially harmful. When masturbation becomes excessive or compulsive, especially in older age, it can bring about certain physical and emotional consequences that should not be overlooked. Physically, stimulation of the genital nerves can lead to heightened sensitivity, which may sound desirable at first, but can cause discomfort or a temporary reduction in sensation over time. This hypersensitivity can create a frustrating cycle where individuals find themselves needing increasingly intense stimulation to reach the same level of pleasure. The result, a growing sense of dissatisfaction and even anxiety, as the one simple act of self-pleasure no longer provides the same level of fulfillment. Yet the most significant impact of excessive masturbation in old age is not physical, it's emotional. In my experience, many older adults turn to masturbation as a way to escape from more painful feelings of loneliness, anxiety, or depression. As we grow older, social connections may weaken, family dynamics may shift, and many are left facing the isolating silence of life without the constant companionship of loved ones. In these moments, masturbation can offer a brief reprieve, give a way to temporarily push aside the ache of loneliness, but when it becomes the primary or sole source of comfort, it can deepen the emotional void, creating a vicious cycle of dependency that further isolates the individual. This emotional isolation can be especially dangerous for older adults, as it often goes unnoticed. The more someone retreats into the solitary world of self-stimulation, the less likely they are to seek out meaningful, fulfilling connections with others. While masturbation and moderation can be a healthy part of one's sexual expression, when it becomes a substitute for human interaction and emotional fulfillment, it can leave a person feeling more alone than ever, wrapped in a bubble of self-imposed isolation. In the end, like all things, balance is key. Masturbation can be a deeply rewarding and healing practice in old age, offering physical relief, emotional connection, and a sense of empowerment. But when it crosses the line into excess, it can become a shadow of itself, leading to feelings of frustration, isolation, and emotional dependency. The journey to finding that balance is personal one that requires honesty, self-awareness, and most importantly, self-compassion. Instead of seeking companionship, affection, or emotional support, some individuals may turn to self-stimulation as a substitute, slowly distancing themselves from the world around them. This reliance on masturbation can contribute to further emotional disconnection, leading to a profound sense of isolation. What do medical studies say about masturbation in old age? From a clinical perspective, masturbation itself is not inherently harmful. In fact, it can provide numerous health benefits when practiced in moderation. However, like any behavior, when taken to excess, it can have unintended side effects that may impact both the body and mind. Numerous studies have highlighted the potential consequences of compulsive masturbation in older adults, particularly when it becomes a primary form of emotional or sexual release. Physically, the overuse of self-stimulation can result in fatigue, not just on a sexual level, but also in overall energy levels, contributing to mental and physical exhaustion. This fatigue can make it more difficult to maintain the energy and motivation Required to engage in essential daily activities. As we know, maintaining an active lifestyle through physical exercise is crucial for older individuals. It promotes mobility, strengthens muscles, and supports cardiovascular health. However, excessive masturbation can sap the enthusiasm or drive needed for physical exercise, leading to a more sedentary lifestyle, which poses its own health risks in older age, such as increased chances of heart disease, loss of muscle tone, and decreased flexibility. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Beyond the physical ramifications, another important aspect to consider is how excessive self-stimulation can impact interpersonal relationships during this later stage of life. While many older adults live alone and may turn to masturbation as a means of fulfilling their sexual needs, those who are in relationships face additional complications in cases where a person is in a long-term partnership. Frequent or compulsive masturbation can gradually take the place of shared intimacy. This shift can create a growing emotional and physical distance between partners, replacing the deep connection and affection that once bonded them with an individual act that leaves little room for mutual pleasure. The result can be a relationship that feels disconnected, where one or both partners feel neglected or unsatisfied emotionally and physically. For those in this situation, finding a balance is essential. It is important to ensure that masturbation does not become a replacement for intimacy with a partner, but rather a complement to the shared connection. This can prevent it from becoming a barrier to the loving and intimate contact that keeps relationships strong and healthy. On an emotional and psychological level, excessive masturbation can also bring about a host of negative feelings, particularly for those who have been raised in environments where sexuality was considered taboo, shameful, or something to be hidden. Many older adults still carry these deep-seated beliefs, which can result in an internal struggle. When they engage in self-stimulation, for these individuals, the pleasure derived from masturbation may be immediately followed by feelings of guilt, shame, or remorse. This conflict between the desire for pleasure and the ingrained belief that such acts are morally wrong can create an emotional burden weighing heavily on their self-esteem and mental well-being. This ongoing internal conflict can further exacerbate feelings of loneliness and isolation, as the individual may feel trapped in a cycle of pleasure followed by self-judgment. The mental toll of this battle can erode emotional health, leading to anxiety, depression, and a diminished sense of self-worth. It is essential to recognize that these emotions are not uncommon, particularly for those who grew up in more conservative or repressive cultures. However, addressing these feelings head-on and working towards self-acceptance can be incredibly liberating. In conclusion, while masturbation in old age is not harmful when practiced in moderation and can even offer numerous physical and emotional benefits, it is important to remain mindful of the potential pitfalls of over-reliance on self-stimulation. Finding a healthy balance, particularly